and Hindus. He fought and won many battles against Mughal Empire. His strength and valor shook the roots of Mughal Empire. Banda Singh Bahadur was born as Lakshman Dev in 1670 in Jammu. He was an expert horse rider, wrestler, and hunter. He completely gave away worldly life after seeing a female deer and its kids die from his arrow and became a hermit. He won great fame as a sorcerer under the name of Madhudas and committed thousands of followers. In September 1708, Guru Gobind Singh went to his hermitage. Madhudas tried to cast a spell on him, but as soon as he realized that it was Guruji, he fell on his feet and apologized. Guru conferred the title of Bahadur on Banda and invested him with full political and military authority as his deputy to carry on the national struggle in the Punjab. He instructed Banda Bahadur to fight against the injustice of Wazir Khan of Sirhind and his supporters, who committed crimes against the common people, including the deaths of the Guru's mother, Mata Gujri, and his two younger sons, Sahibzada Zorawar Singh and Sahibzada Fateh Singh. He was given an advisory of council of 5 devoted Khalsa and 25 soldiers as his bodyguard. A Hukmnama, or a letter of authority in the handwriting of the Guru, instructing Sikhs to join Banda Bahadur in his national war against Mughal injustice was provided. Guru gave Banda Bahadur his own sword, green bow, and 5 arrows from his quiver. Now Kirat will talk about some of the battles that were fought under his leadership.
Baba Banda Singh Bahadur's short-lived rule had a far-reaching impact on the history of the Punjab people and the Sikhs. He fought many battles. The most significant was the Battle of Sirhind that was fought and won on May 12, 1710. He trained many volunteers and built an army of Khalsa to fight against Mughal Empire. He was not only a symbol of strength and valor, but also used battle strategy effectively. He started crumbling mighty Mughals by winning one center at a time. This process was the only way to achieve the Guru's mission of punishing a powerful enemy who was committing crime after crime against his people. His main target was to revenge the ruthless torture and killing of the brave and innocent Sahibzadas. The ultimate aim of Banda was to teach Wazir Khan a lesson and conquer Sirhind. He also wanted to study the military resources of Sirhind. He was anxious to see what steps the government would take against him. He therefore established his headquarters in the beginning of February 1710 at Mughlishgarh. The name of Mughlishgarh was changed to Lohargarh, Fort of Steel, and it became the capital of the first Sikh state. Now Navi will talk about the Sirhind War.
The battle was fought on May 12, 1710, 20 kilometers from Sirhind. Banda Singh Bahadur devoted 3 months in organizing his civil and military administration. Banda's troops were mostly untrained Sikh farmers and not fully armed. Banda possessed no elephants, no good horses, and few guns. His followers had immense Sikh pride coupled with burning desire to avenge against injustice, armed with only matchlocks, spears, swords, bows, and arrows. Wazir Khan of Sirhind was making his own preparations to meet the danger from Banda Singh Bahadur. He was joined by other Muslim chiefs and leaders. The majority of his soldiers were trained men equipped with archers and guns of artillery and many elephants. The Mughals were far superior in numbers and weapons. He lost men in the early phase of the battle, but broke through by launching himself and his line like reserves at a vital moment. Mughals' horses and elephants fell in the hands of the Khalsa's horsemen and footmen. Wazir Khan fell from his horse and was captured and later killed for his gruesome crimes of killing Guru Gobind Singh Ji's younger Sahibzadas, mother, and other Sikhs. Now Kirat will talk about Sikh kingdom under Baba Banda Singh Bahadur.
Banda Singh Bahadur established complete and fair kingdom by providing agricultural land back to peasants. He removed the zamindar system where few rich people owned the land and they did injustice to people who worked and grew crops there. He also minted coins in the names of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Guru Gobind Singh Ji. In this campaign, Banda was joined by thousands of Hindus who came into the fold of Khalsa. He promised and proclaimed, "I do not oppress the Muslims." Any Muslim who approached him got his daily allowance and weight fixed. He also permitted them to recite namaz. Now Navi will talk about the final battle of Baba Banda Singh, his martyrdom.
After fighting for 8 months against a large Mughal army on December 17, 1715, a Mughal army general tricked Banda Singh to open the gate to the fortress. When Banda ordered the gate to be opened, the Mughals rushed in and killed 300 helpless Sikhs. About 200 were captured alive and handcuffed. Banda Singh had chains around his ankles and wrists and was locked in an iron cage. The Mughals were so afraid of him that they placed a guard on each side of the cage with swords drawn, and the cage was placed aloft on an elephant. Banda Singh and his troops were offered to choose between Islam and death. They chose to die rather than give up their beloved faith. His baby son was martyred in front of him. He was again offered to convert to Islam and save his life. And such was his faith in Guru and Sikhi that he accepted his son's death as Guru's Banda and chose death over letting go in his faith. Banda Singh was tortured and was martyred on June 9, 1716. Now Clears will make the closing statement.
Banda Singh Bahadur was a great warrior with immense love for Guru, Sikhi and Sikhs. His brief uprising against the Mughals in Punjab was a critical event in the development of the Dal Khalsa and the Sikh missiles, which eventually led to Ranjit Singh capturing Lahore in 1799 and establishing the Sikh kingdom of the Punjab. He was a Sikh ruler who established the first Sikh state, shook the foundation of Mughal Empire, and advanced the roots of Sikhism.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।